Hi, I'm Anne, and in this video we are going to talk about knitting needles, and today we are going to talk about the different materials that the needles are made of. You would be surprised of how many different needles there are out there and how many different materials that are used, and let me show you some of them and let me talk to you about some of them. Okay, let's get cracking. So let's have a closer look on different materials that you can use. There are needles that are made of plastic, like this one. And for special projects like, 15mm project, you can get away with that. But plastic is in general, plastic on the actual needle tip is something on a general basis would advise you to avoid, okay? Basically because there's too much friction, it's not an organic material. There are several others non-organic materials that work quite well, but plastic doesn't really. So try to avoid that. If all you have is plastic, obviously use it, but as soon as you are able to, start experimenting with other materials and find your favorite and then start replacing them, because that is the thing. I would advise you to plastic to avoid it, but apart from that, there are so many different materials in use out there that to give clear advice is absolutely impossible, also because that will vary according to what material you're using when you knit, and it also will vary according to if you're doing color work or if you're doing one strand or two strands. Previously I used to design a lot of stuff with several strands, and doing that, knitting with these, they are, they're not very, sharp in the tip compared to these ones. These are so much better when you work with 3 strands at the same time. I often mixed yarns to make a thicker quality, to make a more bulky yarn, and then you get so much easier grip to get all the 3 strands when you do the knitting, because this one tends to leave out stuff. So that's one thing you need to think about. And also, I used to be an avid bambus knitter. That changed the minute I started knitting with alpaca 10 years ago. I changed to all alpaca. And bambus and alpaca, to me, doesn't mix. Other people say yes, they love it. I absolutely can't stand it, because I think the bambus gives too much friction as well. I changed to birch needles. These are made of birch. They are painted and lacquered, and these are the best needles ever. But that's my personal preference, so that doesn't mean that you should have the same opinion, okay? You can choose. You have to try it out and then find your favorite. Some people prefer metallic needles, carbon needles, other kinds of needles. Again, you have to try it out. I don't like metallic needles at all, and that's because of the sound. It annoys me. This makes a different sound. It doesn't make that much a clingy sound. So this, I get away with it. So this, as you probably see, I have a lot of these, all kinds of needles in this kind of stuff, kind of material. This is rose birch. Some people say that these are really nice. These are also squarish. Preferably, myself, I don't like them too much, but people with arthritis and bad hands say that these are quite good because they are easy. They gives you a better grip on the needle. So this, if you have have joints or fingers that doesn't, play well with you, you can try out these ones. Okay, so this is the thing with needles. There are so many materials, you have to try them out, okay, and find your favorite according to what you are actually working on, but also according to what type of yarn you're working on. Okay, your favorite might not be your friend's favorite, and that's perfectly cool. Okay, good luck.